Hey, what's going on? Welcome to RJ's Cave, quite possibly the most financially challenged guitar-oriented channel in all of YouTube. I'm RJ. You are awesome. Thank you for joining me because today we're doing something a little different here on RJ's Cave. If you saw the thumbnail, then you kind of have an idea already, but indulge me. You see, I'm a bit of a car guy. I'm not a wealthy guy, so I don't collect supercars, and I'm not a mechanic, so I don't gravitate towards those kinds of channels. I tend to gravitate towards more the goofballs. If I'm being honest. So my top three car YouTubers for me are TAVARISH. He has two YouTube channels, right? TAVARISH, and he wrench every day along with his friend Jared. Hoovie's Garage, as well as, yes, Little Hoovie's Garage, for those of you that know, that's his little newborn child's YouTube page, and yeah, I do subscribe to both. Sorry. And Ed Bolian. Ed Bolian has VINWIKI, and he has his own personal channel where you get a little extra tidbits that you may not hear the whole story of over on VINWIKI. So, and yes, I do subscribe to both of those. So they got together and created CARTREK. There's been 6 seasons of CARTREK so far. And it took 6 seasons of CARTREK before I realized, gee, as a YouTuber and a fan, I think I should be reacting to this. So here we are. We're going to be checking out Season 7, Episode 1, which just dropped here on YouTube, of CARTREK, featuring TAVARISH, Freddie Tavares Hernandez, Tyler Hoover, and Ed Bolian. And now let's get started.
They say the grass is always greener on the other side, and with cars, sometimes they seem a whole lot more interesting when they're an ocean away.
That's right. If you remember in the last CARTREK series, Ed sort of won, and that meant that he got to pick the next challenge.
And he may have been inspired by the fact that I won CARTREK with my Ferrari.
Well, before they continue, if you don't know, Ed likes, well, they all have fun playing with the rules, so they tend to rib each other.
456 that came in from Dubai, so he had us import our favorite cars.
Exactly. Auto Tempest allows us to search all the major listing sites at once to easily find any car in the United States and find some interesting imported cars.
That's right. You can use all their filters to narrow down exactly the kind of car that you want to buy.
My name's Tyler Hoover.
I'm Ed Bolian from VINWIKI.
And I'm Freddie Tavares Hernandez.
And this is CARTREK.
Save me, Tom Cruise!
Yes, Ed Bolian is like 6'5". I think he could like grab those seagulls really fast if he wanted to.
Naturally, the easy way to find our imports would have been to use our sponsor Auto Tempest's advanced search filters to find one of the many awesome vehicles already in the country. But it was important to Ed that CARTREK is always a sufficiently painful experience, so he said nope, we had to import them ourselves. Over the past few weeks, our 25-year-old gray market hoopties made an epic journey over the high seas to eventually land at the busy port of Tampa, Florida, where hopefully they would be ready for whatever challenges Auto Tempest had in store.
Nice. I'm gonna guess it's like a 318 or a 325 Euro spec. I don't know. I'm not that nerdy a car guy, but I'm just gonna have fun and make a guess.
Parking brake works. So Ed challenged us to import our favorite car from overseas using the 25-year rule. This is a 1987, I think, BMW 3, maybe 25. All the VINs are scratched off from it. It came from Lebanon. I bought it because there weren't many other options, but it is pretty cool, and there is a big surprise under the hood that should... Whoa! Huh?
Oh.
Tyler.
Straight from Japan.
Titty Turismo here.
So what you see is a 1993 Mazda RX-7, one of the most desirable Japanese cars ever made. And
Desirable?
yeah.
One of the most unreliable Japanese cars ever made.
Do you know what you're driving? The BMW, yeah, known for its reliability.
That was a little loose.
Okay, so this has a rotary engine, twin turbos, a 5-speed manual transmission. The steering wheel is on this side, which I can see yours doesn't have.
It's not. So
You just bought a car that you can literally just buy here.
Well, how are the apex seals in your Angry Dorito here?
Listen, okay, it's the morning. We don't need to start with that kind of negativity.
Somebody took it upon themselves, obviously a virgin, to do this.
Listen, this is very tastefully done. It has some coilovers. It has some of the stuff that's fallen off. This has like real parts. Like this has real good parts.
Oh, those gauges are borderline pornographic.
Listen, man.
Whoa.
Like
Oh, that's just so typical Japanese.
it's fine. It's an art style.
And speaking of special,
Ed's about to run over a chicken.
yeah, oh, yep. That's why he wanted to do this. He had already
That's crazy. That's a TVR, and it's a modded one, heavily. Wow.
bought that. That's
Yeah.
why he wanted to do this challenge, and he thought, oh, I'll win immediately.
Oh, you can't even get out.
What are you doing?
Some yoga there.
Yeah, a bit. But guys, the whole world is our oyster. We're supposed to show everybody the amazing cars that they can get now that they're 25 years old, and you both bring cars that they could have just found on Auto Tempest.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the cleavage. What were you saying?
Okay.
Freddie, this is a family show. That
Okay.
is wildly inappropriate.
Okay. What is this?
What
is happening?
Yes.
I love
This
it.
is my 1996 TVR.
I love that look. I'm sorry. It's tacky, but I love it. It's just over the top.
Cerbera. They just turned 25 years old. Mine was born in October of 1996. It
Born.
took a while to get here, but I think it's the
Love
only
that
one
hood.
in the United States legally.
I don't think it was born to survive the abortion.
These are the kind of things we dream about, but we're deprived of due to our focus on safety and things like that.
These TVRs were pretty wild looking in their day.
Yes.
This one is especially something.
Yes, you'll remember the show Pimp My Ride. There was a UK version, and this car was modified by the West Coast Customs.
Oh, God. Put it back, put it down.
Oh, Exhibit had that car. Oh, the equivalent of Exhibit. Anybody know who was on that show? Who hosted that show? And if they were at all like the host of the American version of the show? If you can let me know, I'd like to hear about it in the comments. Thanks.
That's a smell.
Yeah.
That is a smell.
It's lovely. And so everything's been modified. So it's kind of hard to know exactly where the blame falls.
So Ed, this is probably the first one of these in the United States.
I believe so. Yeah, there's only about 20 of them that were built in 1996.
And you chose to bring in the worst one.
The most famous
The
one,
ugliest one.
in the early 2000s, this was the most popular car.
How much?
17,000 pounds. So that was about 25 grand at the time.
Plus?
It's been a little while. I bought it in September, and it's taken until about 2 weeks ago for the car to get here.
And how much did that cost?
Well, you know, normally we think of it being like 4 or 5 grand to ship a car by a boat, but due to everything that's unique about this time in our lives, it was $12,000.
$12,000. So 17,000 pounds, which is what, like?
He's 40 grand into this thing. $40,000.
Just $40,000 to own this car. It's famous. And what was that?
Look, 40 grand is a bit much for that car because of its age. But if you're thinking about it as purely as a sports car, it might, in this market, it might not be that bad. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
That's some Cash for Clunkers reject.
So this is one of the most desirable and iconic Japanese cars ever made. It was, stop. No. Okay?
Well, how much was it?
This was $15,000, okay? USD, just look at it. I'm gonna put this back.
Okay. So $15,000 landed. $40,000.
Well spent.
This,
How much?
$14,000.
No
Gentlemen,
way.
come here.
You mean it's not like a $500 Lemons car?
No. This
I've
one,
seen better cars at Lemons, actually.
it came from Lebanon,
Oh, where all good cars hail.
Yeah.
Is a Lebanese hot rod.
They're known for their hot rod abilities.
I'm not entirely sure what his car started life as because the VINs are scratched off everywhere, but what it is now is something.
Okay.
That's not a 2.5 liter four-banger.
No, that is a 4-liter V8 from an E34 5 Series, I believe, with a 6-speed manual transmission. So lots of power in a little itty-bitty car.
You smell that?
I do. It smells a lot of things, and it doesn't look like it was done with much more craftsmanship than my TVR over here.
There's a floor
functional.
mat holding the battery from
Hold on,
shorting out.
hold on.
Right.
I got a text. Oh, welcome to Tampa, gentlemen, and for your cars, welcome to America. It's time to show them what the American enthusiasm for the automobile really looks like. That's the enthusiasm
That's
right
right
there.
there, yeah.
They put us in a very loud place, but we're now headed to the Freedom Factory.
Oh.
The perfect test for our cars.
Yes.
That's what mine was built for.
Oh,
Very
Yeah,
cool.
So let's go.
All right. Okay, I forgot that it's on the other side. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Yes! First try, first try.
I couldn't believe that these two had taken such a half-hearted gap year approach to finding this overseas automotive treasure. We had the opportunity to buy anything at all,
That side light's hanging off as they go, and that's funny.
and all they did was buy slightly cheaper and much worse examples of cars that we've been able to enjoy here in the US for decades already. Pay attention, children. This is what success at a challenge looks like.
Woo! Gird your loins, boys and girls, because this is going to be a wild week. This is the most ridiculous automobile I have ever driven, certainly the craziest one that I have ever owned. It is a 1996 TVR Cerbera. Whee! It has the 4.2 liter V8 that TVR called proprietary. In the Peter Wheeler era, they did some forced induction cars. They sourced some engines from Rover, but as they were concerned about supply chains, eventually they made their own engines. Certainly it is derived from a Rover style, but it does have a flat plane crank. It made 360 horsepower when it was new. It doesn't make all of them right now, and quite honestly, it doesn't run very well. You'll hear it sputtering, and it doesn't maintain power, and it doesn't go all that fast. And when it backfires or misfires, it actually shakes the entire car so violently that it feels like you're driving over something. But in fact, I'm on a beautiful, well-paved Florida road. And it's, you know, it's working. It doesn't sound great. It doesn't feel great. It wasn't built for a reasonably proportioned person. But sometimes it kind of has moments of brilliance where things just start to work. It's got a 5-speed manual gearbox. Of course, it's right-hand drive, being from the UK. And honestly, I am thoroughly enjoying the adventure. And as anybody who grew up playing video games, watching British motoring shows, and certainly watching Swordfish, we kind of fell in love with TVR. And it was one of these sort of forbidden fruit cars that we just weren't allowed to have, and it made them a lot more interesting. Now this is kind of like a British version of a Viper. It's got a big engine, it's fairly lightweight, it's not all that well built. They never sold all that many of them, and it wouldn't necessarily be considered a commercial success, but man, they are cool. Now this car was originally purple, and then when it was most famous it was gold with this interior. Then somebody painted it this kind of chrome orange, and eventually it was wrapped back to gold. So that was removed rather recently. It's got this body kit that's obviously not fitting very well. But regardless, the car is here. We are driving it. It has windshield wipers that come on randomly. It has headlights that come on randomly. The turn signals are really, really interesting. There's a lever here for them, but the only way to turn them off is to turn. So if you use them to indicate a lane change, you can't turn them off. So it's designed for people to drive like BMW drivers, like I'd imagine Tyler's driving right now.
Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you, and our pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too.
Kind of appropriate.
Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, our fine for fender. Shake it. Come on, shake it off. There we go. Now earlier on that noisy road, we're definitely...
That's safe. Back up just a little.
Our fine for fender. Shake it. Come on, shake it off. There we go. Now earlier on that noisy road where definitely mobsters have thrown bodies in, I may have given the impression that I'm disappointed in this thing. I'm not. A little third gear scratch, but this thing is fast. Of course, the E30 chassis BMW 3 Series, which is what this is an iconic platform. It represents BMW before they got saddled with all the technology and all the crap that really ruined the cars. This is simple. This is the ultimate driving machine with a few tweaks, obviously. It's not slow. Some mad scientist in Lebanon figured out how to get an E34 V8 in this thing with a 6-speed manual and made basically a German hot rod. This is like a 32 Ford except when it comes to BMWs. Now, is it perfect? No. Obviously, that second and third scratch is an issue, and it does have a pretty good shimmy at speed. Here it comes. Yep, that's a shake. So a good portion of these European cars in Lebanon were stolen, which makes me wonder about this one because all the VINs where they should go are mostly gone. It's just the one on the firewall. And the engine probably not brought into the country legitimately. But it made it here in the United States. It passed all the checks for customs and got registered and all that stuff. So no problems there, fingers crossed.
Let's see what this car can do. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. This car has a rotary engine, and not only a rotary, has a rotary with twin turbos. This engine is super duper small. It's about 1.3 liters, but since it's a rotary, it actually has double the amount of power strokes, meaning that all you have to do is get it on turbo, and it puts a smile on your face every single time. Now, there are a few fit and finish issues, especially when it comes to this cosmetic overhaul that this car has had. Namely, the fact that there are a lot of holes like in the sides from various deletes from antennas not being there anymore. So those issues also extend to the inside because
ouch.
The interior is a little
the interior is a little broken.
yeah, it's a little not put together very well. Now, when you're trying to find a car for around this price range, you cannot do any better than this. Mainly because you can't find these cars in left-hand drive configuration for this price anymore. You used to be able to buy one of these things for around 15 grand. Something that needed a little bit of work, something that was a project. But now, a decent roller for a left-hand drive Mazda RX-7 FD is going to cost you $30,000 to $40,000. And this is your only way to get into the modern rotary game. And when I say modern, I mean mid-90s, because they really didn't make them after this. They had the RX-8, but that was just a dumpster fire.
Yeah, basically rotary engines, they burn oil, and it's a little hard to make them fuel efficient, so they really don't do well with modern emissions.
So this is the last great rotary engine. I just want to hear it again. Now, I'm not revving it to its red line. Its red line is somewhere close to 9,000 RPM. And this thing loves to rev. I mean, I'm cruising at around 4,000 RPM, and this does not care. But the rotary also has a lot of foibles. Now, I am one to say that I don't like the reliability of the rotary. There's a lot of drawbacks. Namely, every time I put gas in it, I have to put some two-stroke oil in it. I also noticed that the fuel economy is quite poor. The low-end torque, non-existent, and also the sound, while interesting, I feel like a 2JZ or an RB could have been a lot better. So this car, even with all of its issues, is still way better and way more sorted than Tyler's E30 and Ed's TVR. I have no idea how Ed's going to actually make it through any of these challenges, because this car, it might actually kill him.
All right, I think this is a good point for me to ask you guys. What do you think? Which one of these would you pick? Would you pick any of them? I mean, you know, they are kind of sloppy. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of old and neglected. So, what do you think? I actually like the TVR, although I know it's kind of gaudy and tacky. I'm not a huge RX-7 guy or a BMW guy. So, that's kind of why I'm leaning that way. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Let me know in the comments.
We were settling into our aged imported chariots. True, they were far from perfection, yet each was special in its own way. The time had come for us to find out which of our fleet-footed foreigners could fly fantastically around the fabulously famous Freedom Factory.
Yeah, baby. I don't think anybody's done donuts there yet. What do you think?
Easy, easy, easy. Ed, your Back to the Future thrusters here are that all the time.
Yeah, that's the only imperfection I've been able to find so far in this amazing automobile.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, don't, careful there.
Okay,
That's
whatever.
One thing you need to know about Ed Bowian is, if you don't know it already, he is a car salesman, and he will sell you supercars, but he will sell you a supercar, so be careful. He's that kind of talker. He could sweet talk you out of your pants, I think. So
we are here in the Freedom Factory, which is the most American.
Just gonna back up a little bit.
Your Back to the Future thrusters here are that all the time.
Yeah, that's the only imperfection I've been able to find so far in this amazing automobile.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, don't, careful there.
Whatever. So we are here in the Freedom Factory, which is the most American place, at least in Central Florida. And I am really excited. I've been here a few times before. You guys are new to this, right?
Hell yeah, brother.
I guess, right? Look at this.
So Auto Tempest sent us here because they want our imports to feel truly, truly American, and we're gonna do some laps on this oval, like right now.
I think you need to warm your tires up.
Oh, certainly. This is very NASCAR. This is very American, so I imagine we'll start with a qualifier, right?
Yeah, I think we could do that. You should probably do your thing that, you know.
Oh, the driver start your engines?
Yes, that was iconic.
Yeah,
you went overboard on that.
I heard something.
Drivers, start your
I mean, obviously, I've got the highest performing car here, 185 mile an hour top speed, 360 horsepower originally, a lot of downforce.
Oh, originally, a long time ago. So why don't we do a standing start so you can show off that horsepower?
Yeah,
No, we should not do a
Rather
standing.
than normal horsepower. Yeah, no. Standing start. What? Yeah. Let's see that launch. Let's see the tires spin. Come on.
Launch control,
will you
please.
warm your tires up? I'll show you how it's done.
Are these on there?
Stop. These are very rare. Stop. Seriously. Tyler, you're gonna say the thing?
Drivers, start your engine! Start. Okay, good. Start. Yes.
I guess they should have gave Freddie a head start.
second. Give it a second. She's a little shy.
She doesn't look shy, not dressed like that.
Wait.
Oh, drivers, grind your starters.
You want me to push you?
No, we're good.
Drivers, buy a better car.
Look at that.
First time.
The Freedom Factory was the ultimate automotive playground. So in the star-spangled, apple-pied, fried, bald eagle, boys of summer, spirit of cholesterol Americana, we warmed up our tires and prepared for stardom. The TVR might be loud, but the engine's lack of participation was becoming painfully apparent. It also seemed to be rubbing off on the clutch because that wasn't working well either, but in this crowd, victory always remained a possibility.
Well, he blew the best smoke, but that doesn't mean it was from his tires, I guess. Right? He says he has no power.
That is not an attractive car.
And no.
All right, Ed, we're going to need you to go ahead and do a massive launch into your lap.
Well, I don't have a tachometer, so I suppose I'll just go by feel as to how many
Revs is appropriate for that.
Just go to noisy. Is that your plan?
I think we idle at noisy. We're going to go to deafening and then drop her.
3, 2, 1, go!
He popped the clutch.
6 seconds wasted here. 8.
Just
9,
go! Uh-oh.
15 seconds and 1 foot later.
Yeah, there we go.
There
we go. Come on.
The clutch didn't like that, but we're off. Going really fast. Really fast. Oh, we're making some power. Not all the 360, but maybe more than 100. Oh, not there. Don't like that.
Oh, then it's misfiring.
What a shock.
He spent $40,000 on that turn.
Oh, that's a lot of smoke.
I smell fiberglass, I smell tires, I smell oil, I smell coolant, I smell a TVR to victory! Cross the line! I don't think I'm going very fast, I'll be honest with you. It's less dramatic than I thought.
47 seconds.
Okay.
That's a bar you can trip right over, Freddie.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Is that 47 seconds, like, including his bad start, or were they being nice? Oh, the drama.
Freddie, that car is so offensive, even from up here.
You better make sure it doesn't...
I offended you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Are you ready to do a big...
He better make sure it doesn't stall. Because if he's got to start it, he might be there longer than Ed was.
So offensive, even from up here.
I'm sorry I offended you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Are you ready to do a big smoky burnout?
I was born ready.
All right, 3, 2.
Once again, another car, a Japanese car with impractical horsepower.
It's drift spec.
Woo!
What was that?
Oh, that's some grip and also not very much grip.
It's like it was designed by somebody who can't wait for their PC to be able to love them back.
What? Yeah, a virgin.
This chassis is amazing. Oh, those brakes.
Did he just downshift? Is he
Into
trying
the
to
turn.
drift?
Oh,
Make sure to go as deep as possible. Woo!
how was that?
25 seconds.
Oh, wow. So he only beat me by a second in
Right,
real life.
yeah.
Freddie, that was 25 seconds. That was pathetic.
I think I was a little spicy on the launch.
This is going to be so easy, yeah.
Well, I believe in you.
So easy.
All right, good luck.
Yeah, I think that wheel spin would have cost him, what, 3 seconds?
Tyler, I noticed the M stripe on that car. Are any of the cars that car is made of M vehicles?
No, sir, but it looks awesome, doesn't it?
It really doesn't, though. But how do you feel about this lap?
Oh, I am so ready. This thing's like the Millennium Falcon. Doesn't look like much, but she's got it where it counts.
All right, well, 3, 2, 1, disappoint.
I feel like he bought it just because he knows how many times they said, will that fit in there? And they made it.
And the answer to most of those questions is no.
Go, go, go! I think my key just fell out. Whoa! My key just come shooting out on the side. Yes, in the passenger floorboard, but it's still running.
So those cars are known for understeer, right?
Yeah, when you add another 100 pounds of engine to the front, that could only help.
Yeah.
Whoa, we gotta slow down these turns though, but it grips, it grips, it grips. Yes! I have no idea how fast I'm going though. Speedometer doesn't work. Yes! Oh! Got some speed.
Oh! Edge out by a quarter second.
You know, I think that's...
It's miles on a track like this.
It is not.
It's a
It is not.
huge
It is
margin
not.
of victory.
Very good BMW.
2392, Tyler.
What'd you say that was?
2392. You beat City by a quarter second.
Bet you he thought it was going to be more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that was a disappointment in my victory.
All right, we need to go and see what he broke.
Let's do that. Those are some new noises, Tyler.
That's a new smell.
That's the smell and the noise of victory, obviously. Obviously. So you were 24-24.
Yeah.
Which wasn't very good.
That was 47, whatever, with a bad clutch and bad launch. Yes.
I was holding back a little bit, if I'm honest.
Sandbagging it.
Yes.
Oh, it's not his final form.
For what?
I didn't need to push the car to its limits to get pole position. I knew that.
We're
So
on a racetrack.
I got the pole. That's all I needed to do was get pole. Now we have the race to worry about. This thing's...
Look at that.
That actually looks...
A lot faster than we were going.
Well,
Yeah.
than you were going, maybe.
Well, but I was sandbagging too. That was the thing.
Oh, where you go?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Your engine probably had some sand thrown in it.
yeah.
Oh, wow. One wheel. That's
Oh,
a
one
one
wheel.
wheeler. That's one more wheel than you have. Look at that. It's missing a headlight.
Is it Jimmy Johnson? No.
No.
It's Cletus.
What's up, dude?
Wow.
Dylan? I hear there's a race going down.
That's the idea.
Well, we just brought in these cars from overseas. This is their welcome to the United States, and I think a race.
That's Cletus McFarland. He's got his own channel here on YouTube, if you don't know, and he just bought that place.
20 laps. The Freedom 420, dare I say?
4 cars, 20 laps.
All right, yeah, there you go. Freedom 420.
Okay, well, let's do it. Line them up.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Is this thing fast?
It's a bone stock Crown Vic.
So, yes.
Very. V8, brother. We got a V8. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, just remember, Robin's racing, you know.
20 laps.
Parade lap.
He was telling him that because his car is fiberglass, the entire thing. So, rubbing is racing.
To the first inaugural Freedom 420. So I'm not nervous at all, except for the fact that my heart is about to beat out of my chest.
Let's warm up the tires. Then we're going to go for green here.
Oh, man. Door to door with Cletus at the Freedom Factory.
And here we go.
Nighty-night, Freddie.
Oh no, Tyler, you are not getting away from me. Oh, oh, Cletus just, oh! That Crown Vic is fast!
Well, I think we know who's going to be coming in first. I'm just curious what their order is going to be. Who's going to be coming in second, third, and last? Just back up a tiny bit.
Oh, it's not going fast, this car.
I guess we just answered that question.
Oh my goodness, the tire smell already. Oh, it's so smoky.
All right, maintaining that pole position here. But we have a Crown Vic that is not going away. Come on.
Come on, catch him, catch him. I'm going to catch him. Freddie can't go through a turn. Oh. Come on, give me some speed. Oh, no. Oh, it smells like fiberglass. Woo-wee.
I think at this point, Ed might as well just be on a bicycle.
360 horsepower, come back to me. Oh, Tyler's in the lead on Cletus.
Oh, he's closing too.
Real quick, here's what's going to happen between Cletus and Tyler. Tyler's car is going to go into a turn. It's going to have to stay high because it tends to go that way around turns when you're going too fast. Cletus is going to take an opportunity and come in and go down low. That's usually how passing works around the turns. Let's see.
I still don't know the line here, but oh yeah, boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys!
Oh boy, these drift tires are not used to this kind of grip. Tyler is holding his own.
Maintaining a comfortable lead. But now I'm getting some traffic here. It's Ed. Slowing me down. Oh,
they're going to lap Ed.
Come on.
They're going to lap Ed any second.
Ow, the smells. There's a lot of smells. A bit of clutch now as well. Come on.
No, no, no. Get out of the way.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
I think at this point, Ed's just fighting for dignity. If no one passes him and no one laps him, then that's good.
I got the black flag. Oh, what am I black flagged for? Where are the pits here? I guess I just go in here.
The overwhelming smell from the TVR of coolant and oil and clutch and brakes and of course tires had drawn some concern from the corner workers and had caused them to invite me to stop participating in this event.
Well, I don't know what I did. Oh, there goes Tyler. Cletus in pursuit.
Jeez, he is right there. Holy mother.
Can't catch the BMW. Got too much air in my tire.
Oh, he's holding him off. Look at that. And Freddie doing absolutely nothing.
All right, I gotta get more brake. Gotta get on the power faster. Into the turn. Come on, RX-7, you can do this.
I think it's clear Freddie's car is overpowered and undersuited in the braking department.
Oh, I missed the gear.
Nope, 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 we're going to shut him down. You are not reeling me in. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, I'm messing up my line because I'm looking at my mirrors. Out of Cletus. Jeez. Oh, there he goes. Draft, okay.
He was able to draft him.
We got to get in this draft, though.
But it happened pretty much like I said, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Oh, that's it.
Something happened. I'm broken. What just happened? We broken. We very, very broken.
That was fun. Oh boy.
I guess.
This is one hell
I guess he wins by default.
of a track. And I think I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm gonna need to shut this down.
I hit Cletus.
Tyler, turn it off. Whew.
Yeah, he straight up hit me. Nice bump drive. Dude, this thing rips.
All right, we gotta disconnect the battery then here. There we go.
Now it's catching.
Nighty night.
Okay then.
Such a functional car you brought to this thing.
Dude, you broke your car good.
So I was trying to draft in NASCAR, but Crown Vic bumpers and BMW bumpers don't exactly match up. So I think I caught a little high. Oh, hello.
Hey.
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 Hey, I checked out my Crown Vic. It's totally fine.
Oh, good.
How's your car?
So this I'm not worried about. The fan, we can fix that.
It's a little denty
Wow,
over here.
Rick.
The shifter has broken.
How did you do that?
It has whatever gear it's in, that seems to be what it's in forever. So something came apart back there.
Okay.
So you were running third most of the time, right?
I wasn't third.
That's all we have now?
It may have been first. I think it let me put it in first and then
Oh, that'll work.
noped out.
Good.
Better than reverse. You ran into a road tank.
That's it. Well, thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for
so
coming
much.
to the Freedom Factory.
Oh, that's been awesome.
We'll see you later.
Take care.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring a rotary next time. This thing sucks.
Well, that's really not its biggest problem.
Help! Freddie.
All right, fine. I'll help you. Okay? You can rest
Hold on,
assured.
I got a
that that's,
text. It's from Auto Tempest. There's only so fast your imported cars can go when they eventually have to turn. So tomorrow morning you're to head to an airstrip.
Oh, I know
There
where
we
this is
go.
going. Yeah, I know where
And
this is going.
in addition to a top speed test, we've got some more challenges that we think you'll enjoy.
Top speed in this. You have one gear.
Freddie, please help me. You are the warranty. Wrench every day. Right here.
Okay, fine.
It's everything he dreams about.
All right.
If you don't know Freddie's channel, that's his motto. Wrench every day. He sells shirts that say, I am the warranty. So,
All right.
Dude, what'd you do?
You are literally giving us cancer right now with the stuff that's coming out of your exhaust.
That's just mean-spirited. Fancy a race?
99!
No! Peace! Woo! We got a text from the ticket clinic.
Okay.
We've set up some obstacles for you to navigate around.
Get to the chopper!
I never knocked out nobody! And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger. Ha ha!
There's a lot of heat coming out of your engine bay head.
It's just sweat. It's sweat of the horsepower. Tomorrow we're headed to see whose car can go the fastest, but the fastest way to find your next car is using Autotempest.com. They compile the results from all the major listing sites in one place.
That's right. Auto Tempest is also the reason why we do these crazy car adventures.
Yes, Auto Tempest. All the cars, one search, which is linked below. It's down here. Come. Yes, come join me down below into this description box and click. Good.
That's where it is.
Good. Yes, you're clicking.
You gotta go lower. Lower.
they have to be friends with him in order to put up with that. All right, that's it. That's it on this one. Hold on, let me get this set up. Wow, that was fun. I really enjoyed that, as you could probably tell, right? I've been a big fan of this series, as I said, since the beginning. So, yeah, so I do enjoy it, and I hope you did too. At least you can see why I enjoy it, right? So, thank you for joining me with this. So, let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think of CARTREK, the guys, the cars, anything at all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, by the way, I don't remember if I said it in the beginning, so in case I am saying it a second time, my bad, but this is not one of the videos for the RJ'sCave 10K subscriber drive giveaway. Okay, right now that is going on, and this whole thing started, and being a fan, I had to kind of jump in and get it going. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a part of that. All right. So sorry, lost my thought there for a second. Anyway, so thanks again for coming. I really do appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you'll keep hanging out with me and doing things like this. I am going to keep going on until the end of this series. This is a bit new for me. These are the longest reaction videos I've made so far. Well, this one is anyway. So I'm not sure how I'm going to edit it. I'm going to try not to edit the show itself and just let it be natural. You know what I'm saying? It feels funny when people edit longer videos, longer reaction videos like this. To me, anyway. So, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure as I tell you this now. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you, as I've said. You've been awesome. I've been RJ. Until the next one. Thanks for coming. Take care.